turbulence blowing the dress blue cap off one of the Marines' heads. Well, the president walked over to pick it up, put it back on, and it blew off again. But, a lot of folks think that's very classy that the commander-in-chief would stop and try to help the gentleman in service to our country. A nice gesture.
What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator of Gospel Chops and your host for this YouTube channel, back with another video. Now, that little clip you just saw is one of the most iconic moments that I can recall from Donald Trump's presidency. Imagine yourself being a young enlisted Marine. You get the dream assignment, Marine One. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. Why? Because just for one small moment in time, you get to interact with the president. He will walk past. He will salute. And in that moment that you dreamed of, since you enlisted, you get to that moment and the darn propellers of Marine One knocks the hat right off your head. How embarrassing. You can imagine a voice screaming in his head, "Ah! What do? I'm standing at attention. I need to stay here. I can't break formation, but I need to pick it up." And then the President of the United States himself, the Commander-in-Chief, in a moment of humility, in a moment of honor for all those who serve, he says, "Hold on, son. I'll get it for you." And he goes and picks up your hat. Not only does he pick it up, he knows you're not supposed to break formation. He puts it back on your head. Crazy times. But it says a lot about that particular commander-in-chief. And it's so interesting to see so many people attack him in every way imaginable. But there are moments like that when you can see the truth in a man. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you didn't notice, the soldier was black. So many people out in the chatter sphere, in the noise space, even in my comments, want to say this man is such a racist for this and that and the third. But would a racist do that? I think you have to ask yourself. Y'all, Donald Trump has just released a new ad, and it's savage. It's brutal. Because it gives you a chronology of what not only what his administration was, but leading up to his administration, from when he first announced, from when folks doubted him in the very beginning, to when he performed in office, to when it was stolen from him, and now in anticipation of the return. Yeah, this was powerful. It's just an amalgamation of clips. However, it strikes a tone if you, like me, have lived through it and paid attention to it all. Y'all check out this new ad from the Donald Trump campaign. It's hard, y'all.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
If it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally.
A new world order. These allegations are false. Weapons of mass destruction. The USA Patriot Act. The blueprint for large corporations.
We once were, we are no longer a Christian nation.
Donald Trump confirmed that he is considering a run in 2016.
Do it.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
He will never be President of the United States.
Donald Trump
Will never be elected President of the United States.
And people are watching these results come in.
We are going to make this decision now. Donald Trump will be the 45th President of the United States.
I can feel it. Does it ever seem to you that President Trump has done more than any president in modern history?
In the 10 years I've been involved in politics, I've never seen an administration hit the ground running like this.
I could spend the rest of the hour laying out the accomplishments under the Trump presidency, despite everything thrown at him.
Market just had its 12th straight record close.
Taking action to save as many kids as they can.
We were energy independent under the Trump administration.
More Americans reported being employed than ever before.
Those who have served our country in the military to get access to mental health care.
The Great American Outdoors Act is the largest single piece of legislation to support our national parks and public lands.
Created more than 7 million good-paying jobs.
Websites can be held liable in court for having sex trafficking content.
The Abraham Accords, which for any other president would have been multiple peace prizes.
America did not enter into a foreign war.
Employment rate in the U.S. fell to 3.5%.
The First Step Act eases federal sentencing for nonviolent offenders.
Increased funding for historically black colleges and universities.
Allows terminally ill patients easier access to experimental drugs.
Kept the inflation rate low.
Honored with the Bipartisan Justice Award.
Had a massive MS-13 gang problem.
3.9% is the unemployment rate.
Requiring airports to provide lactation rooms for breastfeeding mothers.
Middle class family income increased nearly $6,000.
A dramatic escalation in his crackdown on illegal immigration.
An advocate for educational choice.
Tariffs on Mexico and Canada.
An act preventing animal cruelty and torture.
Taking out Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, Soleimani, the Iranian general.
Save Our Seas Act commitment to environmental issues.
We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Community development in low-income urban and rural communities.
Helped us to remember the importance of fighting off tyranny.
Pulling out of UNESCO, the World Health Organization, the Paris Climate Accords, reassessing NATO and the United Nations.
Stood up for Christianity and the Constitution more than any president in American modern history.
We are stopping the attacks on Judeo-Christian values. Do you miss me yet?
And there you have it, y'all. The latest in campaign ads from the Donald Trump campaign. It seems like the gloves are coming off. Seems like they're going to let this woman have it because, well, seems like she asked for it. By booting Joe Biden out and ushering this woman in without a single vote. The shenanigans are being played once again. We've seen it all before, but now it seems like it's on a whole nother level. Well, the Trump campaign with ads like this seems like they're up for the fight. All right, game on. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Y'all let me know what you think about this latest advertisement and advocacy on behalf of Donald Trump. Did you dig it? Did you feel it? Did it move you at all? Did you remember any of the moments? Did any particular stand out to you? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. And y'all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video so we can get more people involved in the conversation, y'all. And like I always say, always remember and never forget, without the gospel, it's just chops. Until next time, peace.